Hi, welcome to DIY Cheap Daddy. Today I'm going to change the starter of a 2009 Toyota Corolla. I do it the simple way. I'm not going to remove this intake. I definitely do not need to remove the radiator, and I'm not going to touch the automatic transmission dipstick. All I need is access the bolt. As you can see, the bolt, I put a little bit paint on it, which is orange. That's the bolt I need to remove. However, the difficulty is the automatic transmission dipstick is blocking it. It has a bracket holding it and holding the dipstick, and which is blocking me using the socket. Even I find the smaller socket, which is this one, with a flexible neck, I still not able to put inside that over there unless I remove the nut holding the dipstick. But if I remove the dipstick, it will create more problem because or it may create more issue because I may have to bend it, and when I bend it, it may start leaking, and I bet there's a seal down there. If the seal, if I don't do it correctly, the dirt can go inside there. So I would rather just do a simple starter change rather than work on the transmission later on if I create some issue on the transmission. Yeah, that's the bolt I need to remove. So since this would not fit, and I decided not to touch the automatic transmission dipstick to give me more room, what I'm going to do is just use a 14mm wrench, and this is what you need. Please stay tuned. This will still work, but this one will go faster on removing the starter. Before we start, we need to disconnect the battery negative cable. And then now I can turn the counterwalk clockwise and remove the top bolt, and after that I will remove the bottom bolt later. And now since the top bolt is loose, I'm going to, you can work on the top, from the top or work from the bottom. Since I have room here, I'm going to work from the top. So I'm going to locate the bottom bolt and loosen it now. Bolt is a 14 millimeter. If it is not 14 millimeter, it is the wrong bolt. So, and same on the top. So right now I'm going to remove it by pushing up. Okay, it looks. And before I totally remove it, I'm going to disconnect two connections on the starter, which is on right here. There's a clip on the connection. All you have to do is push it down and you will come out like this. So there's a clip on top of this, so press down and then pull. And now I'm going to this is removed. So this one just pull it out, and that's a nut. I believe it's 10 millimeter. So I'm going to remove the nut. This is why it's very important to disconnect the battery, because this line is hot. So if you touch anything, you will create a spark. The nut is, I'm sorry, the nut is not 10 millimeter, the nut is 12 millimeter. So I'm going to remove it. Now I continue removing the bottom bolt. Okay, right now the bottom bolt is almost out, and all I did is I push it back a little bit, so you're able to hold it a little bit before you totally drop down. So I'm going to work on the top bolt now. Okay, right now the bolt is out, so I'm going to totally remove the bottom bolt and just pull up the starter. Before you replace the starter, my suggestion is you rebuild a new one. This one is new, it's made by TYC. It would be a good idea just to test it and also make sure the appearance is exactly what they send you from the website. And also you can compare other brands to make sure the look is the same, and they should be the same. So, and I checked this with other different brands and they look the same. So I'm pretty sure they sent me the right starter. Second, I'm going to test it. I put the ground here, and later on I'm going to put the ground and positive cable on the battery. So the positive I connect over there, and inside has a switch. Okay, I put the crocodile clip inside the switch, and later on I'm going to just touch it, and the motor is supposed to come out and spin. So by doing that, you won't risk after you remove the starter and this starter is no good or have noise or would not fit, that kind of scenario. Okay, please stay tuned. Now the starter is out. You can compare one more time to make sure it's the same. So it looks good. To put it back, it's just the reverse. I just want to mention, even it looks the same, to me I would count the gear or the tier. So what I did is I'm going to mark it right there, and then I count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this whole one I remove have 9. And I'm going to do the same on the new one. I put a mark over there, and then I start counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you go back to my mark. So this is 9, this is 9, which is fine. I don't know what you should do if you get the gear or the tier is different from the old one you remove. I would probably go back to the shop and ask that question. In internet, sometimes they say it's compatible, sometimes they say it's not. I still don't know the answer for that. But for me, I definitely will stick with the same gear which I remove. The only thing I can think of this can happen is when they rebuild, or you bought a rebuilt one and somehow someone make a mistake and put a different gear or different tier on the rebuild starter. And I use some sandpaper to clean the connection, and also use some dielectrical grease on the contactor, and also double check the nut is tight on the new one. This is how under the car look like. The flywheel looks good. It wasn't any broken, crack or chip or anything. So it probably is the starter. So I'm going to do the easy way, put back under, work from under, but you have to support with jack and stand and so forth. Now I tighten the top bolt. Now I just tighten the bottom bolt. Don't be too tight because it's only 28 pounds or 18 pounds. Otherwise the bolt will broke. So less than 30 pounds is very little. Okay, now I tighten the upper bolt. Okay, I double check the top bolt and bottom bolt. It should be fine. As I say, do not over tighten it. If you Google it, it should be around 18 to 28 pounds of torque. So, which is not a lot. Now I'm going to reconnect the wire connection, and let's see what happens. And I'm going to put some dielectric grease on it because this is probably my last time open this up. So I'm going to connect this back and restart the car, see what happens. Okay, I'm gonna reconnect the wire and that's about it. If you cannot push in the grip, you may use the plier to help a little bit. Okay, just make sure that it's all the way in. Otherwise, if the connection is loose, you may not able to start the car. So right now, all done. I'm going to start the car and see what happens. We connect the battery back. Wonderful. Please subscribe, like, or comment. I'm so happy. No more squeezy noise when the car starts up in cold weather. Thank you for watching. So my final point is it's nothing more than the bottom bolt and the top bolt, and also connection here, and other connection right there. And my point is, we don't need to remove this one. This one will be blocked by a bracket right there, and we can, as long as you unlock it, you can use the finger to hand turn all the way, and same on the bottom one. You can hand turn all the way and remove it, and after that this bolt will stay on because it was blocked by the bracket, but you will remove the starter this way, and then you can either drop the starter or pull it up. But the key is this bolt will still stay in the same position. So when you put back, you just put it back and hand tie it. Okay. As a bonus video, I have replaced the starter, but if your starter is in a remote area and cannot start, like Sequoia, Grand Canyon, so at the back of your car you should have something like this to raise your car through the jack. So what you can do is you hit the starter around this area or anywhere, especially here. So you hit it, and while you're hitting it, someone start the car. Hopefully your car can start up again, and you are going to bring to the shop to check or bring it home and replace the starter, so at least you can get it going. So on my car right now is hit right there. So there's a lot of video showing you how to make the starter work one more time or a few more times, so you can reach your destination rather than stuck in Death Valley or Sequoia National Park. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you. Please comment, like, and subscribe.